communicate them like a sensible individual. Don't lead with your reservations and say, oh, no, this is not a good idea. Bitch, nobody's going to tell you anything because you're just a bad belly. Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm going to be discussing this whole thing of traveling out of the country and telling your friends. A lot of people have been talking about it on the TL, and if you're from Nigeria, I'm sure that you know what I'm talking about. The movement popularly called Japa to, travel out of the country because everybody knows that Nigeria is going to shit. I'm sorry to say that, but come on, until maybe a miracle happens, then I'll stop saying that. But basically, Japa is like when Nigerians are traveling out of the country because they're basically seeking greener pastures, especially younger Nigerians that maybe their parents have made it and their parents can afford to be here. They just want to start their lives in a more organized or in a more working system. So that's basically what it means. I think somebody told me that the literal meaning of Japa means to break away. Do you understand? Like to jam means to like leave something, I guess. I'm not Yoruba, so this is purely speculation. I'm not sure. Ever since 2020, after the whole Lekki massacre thing happened, I mean, people have always been doing this, traveling out of the country, but the way the rates have increased now between 2021 and 2022, I don't even have any stats, but this is just going by the level of social media posts that I see, the level of vlogs on YouTube that I see. A lot of people are leaving. And even by other Nigerians in foreign countries talking about how a lot of people in their classes are Nigerians. That alone will tell you how the Japa movement is really, really moving quickly. Now, a lot of people are complaining, or a lot of people are talking about how their close friends are traveling and their close friends are not telling them anything and how it makes them feel. So some people are like, oh, not everybody is your friend. If they did not tell you, then it shouldn't be a problem. And some people are like, oh my God, why would I be your friend and you can't even tell me that, oh, you're traveling? So there's just a lot of nuances in this topic. There's a lot of different perspectives, and I think that people are just conflating different ideas with each other. So as usual, I'm going to try to be very unbiased when I'm talking about this. I'm going to try to put everything just on a very plain field so you guys can actually understand maybe why people do things they do, the thought processes in their head. So I generally understand why Nigerians like to keep their plans a secret. We usually don't like to tell people, even me. Even that time I traveled in April, I think the people I told were my very close friends. I didn't tell anybody that did not need to know. Do you understand? We're just like that. And part of the reasons is because, first of all, sometimes some people think that, oh, they're going to jinx it if you speak too much about your plans, you can jinx it. Another thing is that people don't trust people. They feel like witches and wizards will come and disrupt their plans or something. Another reason is because people think that a lot of people have bad energy. So whenever you tell somebody your plans ahead of time, it kind of just, I don't even know how this works. I have no concrete or solid explanation for it, but when you tell somebody something and maybe they give you bad vibes or they give you a negative energy, or maybe they tell you something that kind of breaks your spirit a little or discourages you, I think a lot of people try to avoid that whenever they are making plans. That's why Nigerians mostly just move in silence. We don't want to hear anything. We believe very much in, oh, my village people are after me, those kinds of, maybe in quotes, superstitious things that many other people may not believe in, but occasionally it's been proven to be true, so I don't blame them. Okay, so this is why a lot of people don't like telling people. So now let's get to the whole thing of, oh, you're not telling your friends before you're traveling and stuff like that. I feel like friendship has grades, has levels. You get, there are friends that you're very, very cool with, as in you talk to them almost every other day, or even if you don't speak almost every other day. I have friends that maybe we don't talk every day, but we're like this, we're 5 and 6. Do you understand? I have friends that I talk to every single day and we're like this. So that kind of depends. But if you have people that that any important life decision that you're taking, they kind of have to be aware, I think it is only right to tell them. And permit me to say this, if you feel like you don't trust your friends enough to tell them these kinds of things, then reevaluate your circle. I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't be careful or that you should just be announcing all your plans. But imagine somebody like my friend now, Ellie, or my friend Mezini. You guys have even seen me, maybe I'm trying to do something like a huge move, maybe I'm trying to get a new job or something, and I don't tell my friends. It's like, So why are they my close friends? These are people that we have a group chat on almost every social media platform. We send each other memes. We do group calls occasionally. So it's going to be kind of weird if, for instance, I'm traveling out and I don't tell them anything. I think it is even borderline disrespectful, because there's no difference between you people that travel and not tell your close friends and all these Igbo women that will go and marry their husbands when they still have boyfriends that they are in committed relationships with. I don't know if that makes sense. It makes sense, okay? On the other part, right, people that feel like, oh, you should have told me this, or people that feel like they are a bit entitled to the information, I feel like sometimes you can misconstrue the role you play in a person's life. Sometimes you're just somebody's acquaintance, you get, and they probably don't see the need to tell you because it's like, why am I telling you? Maybe you've had other acquaintances that have told you that, oh, hey, I'm leaving the country or this and that, and you kind of expect the same thing from other people. It doesn't work that way. I promise you, it doesn't work that way. People are different, and I think that there has to be that level of understanding. You have to know the level of friendship you have with somebody. Like, I have this friend, I know recently he traveled to Canada. He posted it on his story anyway. It's not like it's a private thing. So he told me, I remember when he told me that, oh, hey Gilda, what's up, I'm traveling. Me and this guy are not like best of friends. Do you understand? As in, we're not like we talk every day or we tell each other all the secrets in the world. We're not like that. Do you get? But he still came and told me. As far as I'm concerned, we're probably on the acquaintance level because we don't really know each other well. We just that we went to school together, and we have a few conversations here and there, that kind of thing. So he told me. Now, in this case, this person is not somebody that I'm particularly close with. He's not even on my close friend story. So you can imagine. So imagine me now going to expect that from other acquaintances that I know, or other people who are distant friends from me. Imagine me going to expect that and say, oh, you were traveling, you not tell me, and then I start vexing. That doesn't make any sense. You guys get where I'm coming from? Like, I have so many friends that traveled this year, and they all told me, even the ones that I did not need to know, they told me. And there's nothing there, but I feel like people take these things very personal because they feel like, oh, maybe they have some level of attachment to this person, and it's totally fine. But I think that you should still know the level of friendship you are in somebody's life. Okay. So another angle that I really wanted to touch on is that sometimes if they do not tell you, I'm not saying that this is the truth for everybody. I'm saying that it could be. Sometimes maybe they do not tell you, maybe it's because you're in bad belly and you come and start talking about things that could possibly go wrong, or you come and start, bringing bad energy or bad news or something. And some people just don't want to hear that. Okay. Relocation outside of the country, especially if you're from Nigeria, is a very, very big deal. You get? So even if you have some reservations, communicate them like a sensible individual. Okay. Don't lead with your reservations and say, oh, no, no, this is not a good idea. Bitch, nobody is going to tell you anything because you're just a bad belly.
So, you guys, I also wanted to mention the fact that sometimes when people kind of have reservations about people traveling, it's possible that they are looking at the situation objectively and maybe even pointing out problems that could potentially arise, because I've been seeing a lot of tweets on Twitter about how people are relocating to the UK without solid plans or any backup, and they're stranded or they're homeless. So there's always two sides to every coin. So I forgot to add that part when I was filming. So yeah.
If you're in this situation, right, I'm not saying that this definitely applies to everybody that is experiencing this, everybody that is experiencing their friends traveling out and not telling them. Another thing I wanted to say is that personally, I would feel a type of way if I have a very, very close friend and they're traveling out of the country and they don't tell me until maybe when they've gotten there, or maybe I find out from social media or something like that. You get someone that I know that we are actually close friends to each other. Because one thing about me is that I don't overestimate my role in people's lives. I will stay wherever you put me. You get? I'm not going to fight for anything. I don't see need to, because I have enough friends. I have my family. I'm okay. So wherever anybody puts me is where I'm going to be. I would feel very bad. And maybe, okay, maybe you're trying to hide the process because you just don't want to jinx anything or something like that. I can understand that part, but not that I will find out on social media and you didn't tell me anything. Oh man, where is respect for friendship these days? Okay, I know people always say, oh, family over everything. Yes, very, very good. But at the end of the day, social currency is a thing. And this is not me trying to say, oh, you need people because of connections or anything. But if you don't value the people that are in your life, if you don't value the little relationships that you have, how do you think you're even going to manage the potential relationships that are coming? Do you get? Because at the end of it, no one is an island. So it's just anyway. I personally feel bad, but at the same time, I would understand. I'll not lie, I'll vex, sha. If you're my close friend and you don't tell me, I feel vexed, but I get it. I understand it and it's fine. Okay, so at the end of the day, everybody that is planning to Japa, everybody that has travel out plans, relocation plans, even for those of you that have already traveled and maybe you're keeping it on that G, I wish you guys the very, very best because I know that going to a new country and not even a country in Africa, it is not easy. And I understand that culture shock because my first time in America in 2019 was very, very crazy. I was depressed for almost the entire period we were there. And this was even me and Dimladi. I'm sure Dimladi can testify to this. It was crazy, absolutely crazy. I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. But now I'm good because I've gone there a couple of times and it's like I already know what to expect. But for people that haven't, I honestly wish you guys the best. I honestly hope that you guys can get integrated as quickly as possible. I hope you actually find other Nigerians because when you travel out of this country, see all this tribalism nonsense that everybody's always talking about, you don't see it because this is your party. This is the closest thing that you have to home. Do you get? My friend Demlade is Yoruba. Well, like this. Do you get? Our experience in America actually brought us closer together. Even the other girls that I shared the house with, I think I was even the only Igbo girl in the house. I didn't think about tribe or anything. Not like right now I think about it too, but that was like the last thing on my mind. Cause I'm like, these are my people, these are my babes, these are my girls. As in, these are people that probably will have my back if something happens. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, I hope you guys find other Nigerians, other good Nigerians that you can click with. And if adventure you're traveling, please try to keep the name of our country good. Okay, don't embarrass us because personally, I feel like this country has been through enough embarrassment with the person that is currently our president. Just terrible. So please try to be a good ambassador of Nigerians. Let people have good things to say about us. I'm tired of us being the scammers, being the Nigerian princes, being the ones that always have the bad reputation in everything, being part of the poorest countries in the world, living in the worst and unlivable cities. Like, let's try to just present a good image for the rest of us down here, okay? Don't forget to give you a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.